Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Sunday, August 10th of 2025. So grand day to you, grand rising. I hope all is well. Thank you so much for being here to view the video, view the message. If it doesn't resonate, please do not force the fit of the message. Don't fit the Cinderella slipper if it don't fit. Don't eat the food on a plate if you don't vibe it. I may not be the reader for you. This may not be the message for you. That is a-okay. Find the reader that is best for you. And also, I am not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, guides, God Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from the space. And we keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator, our ancestors, our archangels, and our spiritual team. Okay, we keep it divinely protected as we stay connected. If you ever want to get in touch with me, my email is in the description of this post. I do try to reply as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes a little minute, so my apologies if so. This is a non-judgment zone. We don't judge over here. This is a healing zone, an uplifting zone, a clarity zone, a zen zone, a creative zone, inspiring zone for those who may need it for this time. But we do not judge, okay? We just go with the flow of the energy, and that's all I'm doing. Unfortunately, there are some judge kind of vibe messages that do come through, but it's not to judge anyone. It's really just to bring clarity, bring awareness, and bring healing. Hopefully it heals somebody. But the truth hurts sometimes, right? The truth can seem like you're judging somebody, but no, that's not always the case. Being truthful, being blunt, and I'm a Sagittarius, and I know we have like blunt intentions, but it's because we're truthful, and I've been told that. I saw that about my zodiac sign like before, like when I was younger. I was like, I'm not blunt, I'm not, that type of person. But as I got older, I'm like, oh, I am kind of blunt because I'm speaking truth. And a lot of people they're not ready to take the truth, or they get blindsided by the truth. And the truth of the matter is, right now, even what's happening in this world, people don't want to really talk about the truth. But people are feeling what's true out here, right? The energy of the world, and the truth is coming out to the light. What's done in the dark will always come to the light, okay? And with that being said, I did write some energy. I know, y'all, my pen is a little faded because I was using a marker, but that marker went out. So I'm going to try to get a different marker. But anyway, today is August 10th, as I mentioned. I saw 7:33 a.m. earlier today. Oh, man. Oh, I remember I put it. Let me go get my other phone. Oh, look at this. It's 8:44. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. It's 8:44 because I was about to just go over the angel numbers that I saw this morning. So now just to see 8:44 a.m., man, that's like triple. We just went through an 8-8 portal. So I'm seeing this as 44 equals 8. So that's 8-8. And then it can break down to 4-4, 4-4. I have to look up these angel numbers. We just had that 8-8 portal. And a lot of people couldn't make it through that portal with you. If you saw that video, it's right before this one. If you haven't seen it, you want to check it out. So that was a pretty deep message, because you have a lot of people that didn't make it through the portal with you. And it could have been, and it also was because they didn't want to be truthful and honest to themselves. So a lot of people missed their chance with you. It could come back around. The boat could come back around to save them if they've saved themselves. So this is a time of saving yourself, Divine Collective, from this man-hold, this grip hold of society, this matrix bubble. You know, there's a bubble, and we have been in a bubble. And the Truman Show was a movie that I thought about the other day after one of my messages. I was like, wow, you really are the Truman Show. Like, meaning it was the message where when you detox from a lot of drama, but it's making you more noticeable as a revolutionary starseed. This is a revolution. We're fighting a revolutionary war right now. And it's a lot of things going on. That's why I said, like, the truth is being revealed. And so what I wrote today, with the Revolutionary War and you being so noticeable as a starseed, when I heard the Truman Show, I was like, wow, he was actually living his daily life. If y'all seen the movie with Jim Carrey, it's really dope. I used to watch it all the time. So I'm happy because that was a part of my Akashic course, I would say. Like, you know, when you take a course in school, or if you have a class, you have to watch a movie and then you have to take a test on it. I really feel like a lot of movies that I watched back then were me preparing for this test as I journey on my spiritual, and I'm here in my spiritual and my solo missions, because a lot of spiritual missions are really solo, because you have to do the inner healing and the inner work. And then you can connect with like-minded other spiritual beings that have actually done the work. Not to say that you've completed doing the work, because no, it's never completed. You're always learning and growing and healing. But you're doing the work by conquering these tests of discernment, or these tests when you're paying attention to, like, for example, you are really connecting the dots with your Akashic wisdom. So for me, the Truman Show was one of the movies as I've gotten older. Like, oh, okay, the Truman Show was a part of my Akashic mission. Excuse me, spiritual burp, yeah. The Truman Show was a movie that I had to watch, because a lot of people are watching starseeds. Or people have a watchful eye on a regular smuggler, degler person, right? Jim Carrey in the movie, he was just regular every day, but the whole world was watching this man. And then he started to pay attention and decipher what's true and what's not true. You get what I'm saying? And the truth, he became more blunt because he was being truthful. Okay, Spirit, I see how you bringing this message full circle. But he came more blunt because he was being truthful. And a lot of people didn't want him to raise the veil. So as I wrote this, it was 7:33 a.m. I saw that time. Then right before I was about to come sage and pray, it was 7:47 a.m. And then I heard spiritual leaders / cults who operate with darker intentions. And then I heard getting intense because the veil is dense. When I heard getting intense, I really meant like the frequency of the world is getting intense because the veil is dense. And then I heard thinning, very thin. So the veil is very, very thin. That's why demonic entities walking. I'm telling you, I did a video about this, man, before the summer, about the veil being, you know, pretty dense. Or really, I think I mentioned like every walk of life. We're on a divine timeline. So divine timing is God's timing, is the creator's timing, is not our timing. Time is of the essence. We're not in charge of the time we have on this earth, okay? No one is in charge of that. I don't know the day or the hour when it will be my last day. I don't know that. I didn't know the day or the hour when I was going to be born. And so time is of the essence for us to heal and uplift each other. So the fact that when you released controlling your timeline, then you fall into a dense, okay, Spirit, I hear you. Then you fall into the density of divine timing. Divine timing is like, at least with my ancestors and my spiritual team, I'm receiving. Okay, I can't speak this for everybody. That's why I say, take what resonates. Don't force the fit of this message. If you don't like it, cool. If you do like it, you can always thumbs it up. Keep it circulating. But what my spiritual team has told me about divine timing is that every timeline is in the same realm. You are able to see the matrix. So if you've elevated, once you've entered divine timing, because you're not on Eastern Standard Time, a Mountain Standard Time, a Continental Standard Time. No, you're on just divine time. That's it. And once you really release the time frame and time constraints of what is deemed to be normal or seen as real time, and you fall into divine time, that's when you break free from this bubble of the matrix. Okay. So you break free. That's why we saw 844 today, because there's a lot of infinite energy since this 8-8 portal. The 8-8 portal is actually engulfing this divine time, and it's something about the veil really being lifted here. Like how the Truman Show, Jim Carrey character, he was able to lift the veil, and when he did that, he was like in divine time. He let go of controlling how he woke up every day on a time crunch, going to work, speaking to the same people, hello, saying the same things, the routine, the rat race. And that's just like Neo in the Matrix, okay? He woke up, he broke free from clocking in, staring at a computer screen, or whatever you got to do for that 9 to 5 to make your ends meet. And it's a lot of people that can't even make their ends meet with the 9 to 5. So you're still on this wave of this matrix to control your time. And when you break free from the matrix, because myself, y'all, I'm not gonna even sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna be like, I do have a 9 to 5. I do. The one thing that switched for me was, okay, this is my 9 to 5 right now. However, I'm very aware and alert of what this is. And I'm not going to let this 9 to 5 consume. If I can afford this, or if I can do this, if I can go there, if I can do whatever I feel like. Or I'm not going to let it make me feel less than if I'm not where I need to be or where I think I should be. No, a 9 to 5 is a blessing. Okay, not gonna say that it's not, because it is the way how we function here. All right, let's be real. It still gotta be real. But the 9 to 5 is a way to catapult yourself to get to where you need to go. Now, the old me, my younger years, I could have been more responsible, and I should have been, but I wasn't. But I had to learn the loops and the trades. So when I started to break free from this matrix of thinking, man, I need this 9 to 5, I need this 9 to 5, instead of saying, okay, when is this going to end, me clocking in for somebody, blah, 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 it's more of, I'm blessed for this opportunity to get a check, get paid, or to have what they call stable income. It's really not stable, but you know what I mean. But aside from that, let me really focus now on how to save, how to put my goals first. So you have to use it to catapult yourself up. Even when you broke free from the matrix and you still have a 9 to 5, it's still like, okay, let me use this 9 to 5 to catapult myself up, regardless of what this world fucking look like. Because the world, again, this dense ass energy is everywhere. So I heard spiritual leaders, cult leaders who operate in darker intentions, and things getting intense because the veil is thinning. You got demonic entities walking the world. With this divine timing, everything is in alignment. That's the other thing about divine timing. It doesn't seem like it's in alignment, but everything is getting into alignment. That's why in order to get into alignment, let's think about your chakras. If all your chakras out of whack, you're going to be walking around here out of whack. But once you start getting your chakras into alignment and healing your chakras, I'm hearing sacral chakra, root chakra, your throat chakra, then your third eye chakra and your crown chakra are woke, to everything. You've healed, you've aligned. And it takes a moment. You kind of clash before you do that. So the world is clashing out here as it's getting into divine alignment. That's the frequency. That's the spiritual world, first physical world, first digital world. Okay. That's why all this chaoticness is shifting the nation. So here we are in this big ass shift. And in the midst of this big ass shift, like the Truman Show, you wake up to the truth of what's real and what's not. So what we are also waking up to is the veil that has been lifted from these spiritual leaders, our cults out here that operate in darker intentions. The world is so crazy because everybody, I'm happy that everybody is understanding their spiritual qualities and understanding if they have a spiritual gift to share to the world. You see more and more of it, and I'm very happy that people are really healing themselves to that degree, to realize who they are in this world and to know that their spiritual qualities, their Akashic knowledge is what's also uplifting this world in this dense ass time of tension and destruction, corruption, all this man-made, I'm hearing man-made disasters. It's crazy because man is really making the disasters. Mother Earth is just the frequency responding to it. Mother Earth is responding to the frequency of these disasters out here that have been going on. And y'all do have family here, so I do apologize if y'all hear the noise in the background. But man-made disasters out here are really jacking up the frequency of Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is just replying in the way that nature is responding. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay? You have to understand to understand what's really happening out here, to overstand what's really going on. And that starts with understanding, and overstanding yourself. Before, so much emphasis was putting into understanding someone else, overstanding someone else, understanding what they feel. And that's great. But first, if you don't feel that within yourself, that compassion for yourself, how can you have compassion for humanity? And a lot of people out here that's running the show, okay? I'm hearing circus show. It's like a whole fiasco, chaotic circus out here. Like, what the fuck is going on? No matter what region you own, you got people chiming in about a particular group of people, a particular what should be conditioning system here, a fear-mongering tactic. It's crazy. It's like, why are we doing this when everybody trying to live their life, right? Everybody just want to live and have somewhere to raise their family or live their life, travel, do whatever, without all this tension. It's not to say that world peace is just gonna stop violent people, no. Because there's still some violent people operate in violent energies all the time. We're seeing that shit. So it's like, how do you protect yourself? How do you help keep the frequency high and positive when all this negative ass shit keep running around rampant? Well, that's when you come into play, Divine Collective. You, Divine Collective, are the ones. That's why the mission is so grand, okay? That's why it's so dense, because you're lifting the veil. The 144,000, when I did that 8-8 portal, it said you made it through the 8-8 portal, and some people did not catch up to you in time. Some people didn't make it up to you. It's like I'm seeing when a ship is ready to carry off soldiers. You know, again, you're fighting in this war. So if you got like a ship or a bus that's about to take the soldiers to the war zone, their family needs to come say their see you laters. I don't like to say their goodbyes, but their I'll see you later, with the hope of saying I'm gonna see you later. And unfortunately, some people missed the boat before you left, or the bus, or whatever transportation that you took. Some people did not make it there in time before you took flight. So that could have truly been a goodbye. So your I'm hearing Truman Show, But I'm hearing the Trump show. Hey, I ain't trying to put no names out there, but I am hearing Truman and Trump. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I see what you're saying. Because I'm hearing, when you think of the word Trump, it's like to trump over somebody, to step over somebody, right? It's 9 o'clock on the dot. That's a universal number. 9 is a universal number. Something about the universe is correcting order here. And then we're on a 10th day. So it's a cycle here. The universe is creating a cycle. The universe. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Because I want to Google Trump definition. Nope. The definition of the word Trump, okay? A playing card of the suit chosen to rank above the others, which can win a trick where a card of a different suit has been led. That's in card games, okay? If we Google the word Trump, I know it's a little blurry, but it's saying, like, that first one is saying while playing a card game. So some people have trumped over others because they play in a game of cards. They want people to fold under their control. You get what I mean? Read between the lines here. Okay. Then it says a helpful and admirable person. Okay. Then it says beat someone or something by saying or do something better. Taste trumps most, if not all, other factors when consumers choose food products. I'm hearing like somebody's going to be beat at their own game. Because someone's game, I'm hearing like the Squid Games. I've seen the first season. I didn't watch the second one. But that, even watching that, was like, ooh, do I want to keep watching this? I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Saw or the Saw franchise movies back when I was in high school. I think the first one came out and it was like, ooh, we got to go see Saw. This is crazy. They're playing a game. But then you have to like hurt yourself or hurt other people to play the game, to become free. And then when you actually free yourself, I remember the first one was crazy sick. I was like, oh my God. At the very end, when he finally freed himself, it was like, nope, joke's on you, boo. You got people out here playing this rat race game, again, staying in this matrix bubble to control the humanity, control what you say, do, where, go. Like, who said this is motherfucking Earth? Okay, this is motherfucking Earth. How can you control what somebody's doing on this land that's, if this land wasn't here, where would any of us be? So then to create underground bunkers and all that, why do I want to live underground? Why? What's the purpose? Because these man-made fucking disasters out here are making people, well, we can live underground now. Like, it's just a normal thing to do. Granted, there are some incidents where it may come in handy. It may be beneficial. I get it. But to say that could be your everyday life is to live underground because of some man-made disastrous shit, then that's a problem. That's a problem. This world is becoming so chaotic, so problematic, where all these dense ass entities running around rapid. That's why the divine timing is here. You're one of the people that is actually living on divine soil. You're the one who's able to see the matrix, to see the digital world, to see the spiritual world. There's other dimensions here too. I'm hearing the in-between dimensions. You go to the in-between as well. You go to the other side. You're not afraid to venture off through the veil, to unveil and to relieve. I'm hearing it's like a relief. You're creating relief. It's kind of like when they say put pressure on a wound. to relieve the pain, right? Or to stop it from bleeding out. Like, you're here to put pressure on a wound to help heal it. And sometimes you got to apply more and more pressure. Sometimes you got to go into surgery. So you're here, Divine Collective, to release the pressures in society, in humanity. How do you do that? Ooh, yo, you did it. You're doing it. And you already know it's been a long ass journey, because people out here playing games and it's not fair. So when I heard the veil is thinning, and it's because things are getting intense in humanity, and that's the dense energy that we're feeling. In order to correct, again, your chakras, you gotta be all out of whack. You have to get back into alignment. Getting back into alignment is gonna create some tension, some frequency. It's just like going to a chiropractor. They gotta crack your bone, but it seems like it's breaking, but it's actually putting you in alignment. Okay, that's the same thing. The same kind of thing that I'm trying to say. You have to get it sounds like your bone is cracking at the chiropractor, but it's actually aligning you in the proper direction to stay uplifted. So, what else? Oh yeah, I heard spiritual demons. It's different. It's a different type of war. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's a different type of war. Spiritual versus physical versus digital. And my dope ass, I call her my golden child, my tattoo artist. We had a conversation about that. And she said she was listening to someone who mentioned there's a war between the supernatural, the natural, and the unnatural. I was like, that's dope. She's like, when you said spiritual, physical versus digital, it made her think about what the lady said about supernatural versus natural versus unnatural. So the supernatural will be the spiritual. The natural will be like this physical, natural world, but is it really natural? And when I wrote that, I was like, I don't know. Physical ain't really, I mean, it is a natural process, but I was thinking, would the natural be spiritual? But then again, Spirit's like, well, people are used to this natural physical. Okay. You can go both ways, right? And then digital will be the unnatural, because you got AI videos running rampant out here too now, trumping everybody, tripping people up, thinking that they're real humans. Like, what? It's just crazy out here, y'all. It's like we're literally living in that dimension. And it's so many people that I've been seeing on their own videos talking about how dense and how dark the world is, and how society is not the same. It was this blogger or vlogger, whatever, that I came across. He was like in Greece, one of the most beautiful islands in Greece. And he was walking through it. He was like, there's nobody here. He walked for miles and miles. He only came across one person in one open shop. He was like, usually this is a tourist area. I think it's just the off season. But then he said they had an evacuation due to earthquakes. So a lot of people left, but still a lot of people are not there. And it's just like a ghost town. It's still very beautiful, but it's a whole ghost ass town. And it's like so many shifts, even like in these tourist spots. And unfortunately, they're banning the USA, in a lot of places. Hey, maybe because people are trying to trump over other people. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. So if you're trying to have this control and trump over a lot of people, and you're calling yourself a leader, but you're really operating with some cult tendencies, that's not going to help uplift humanity or anywhere. That's not going to bring the respect. People demanding respect, but they're very disrespectful. What kind of shit is that? So, with this spiritual demons walking the earth, you have You're out of the matrix, but you go back in when it's your mission. Yeah, that's what you do. Because you're also exposing not just these leaders on a big scale, but the leaders on a smaller scale. Maybe the people that lead companies, lead homes, lead schools, lead communities, lead people into healing. You got a lot of these spiritual, quote unquote, leaders that are really spiritual demons. It's not talked about enough. It ain't. It ain't 30-30 on the timer. I don't know why it's not talked about enough. I've mentioned it, if you guys follow my channel, that there are some spiritual leaders that are really not who they say they are. Or they really just operate in a dark frequency to lead, to control, to conform people. And people are really I'm hearing rivalry. Okay, spiritual rivalry. That's crazy. It's like sibling rivalry, but there's spiritual rivalry. People trying to compete and be the best of the best, just to, because they know that the spiritual communities are in need of healing, or they know that spirituality is really rising up, that people are taking it out and to use it to their advantage. So it's hard to decipher, like, okay, is this person, just like with AI, it's hard to decipher the digital realm. Like, my dad was looking at a video, I was like, that's not real. He's like, oh, it ain't? I was like, no, that's not real. I said, aren't you able to tell? Look at that man. He's like, well, yeah, I could tell he's not real. I was like, well, you have to also think what he's saying possibly ain't real either. Okay, like, these people make computerized voices to be human, or make it seem like it's a natural thing. Like, oh, I just did a computer voiceover, but it's really me talking. Is it? I don't know. It's just a lot of shit. So, yeah, let's get a message. So I had like all these cards from this girl, this particular place that I order from. I was called to get all the cards. Will I do it? But I don't know if that's where I'm being led to still. But yeah, these spiritual leaders, Spirit want me to kind of touch on that because it's a lot of spiritual demons walking around this earth, and you're one who's going to trump over the Trumpers. You get what I'm saying? Your spiritual eye, okay, so thank you, Spirit. Your spiritual eye, Divine Collective, you're a spiritual intelligent agent. All right, I've mentioned this before. The fact that your spiritual intelligence is like in a dimension that people don't even know. Because again, you're above the matrix, you're above the physical, you're above the digital. And for you to have a spiritual eye that's above the digital realm, if we think about the advancement of technology, your mind is far more advanced than that. You're above the digital realm. So as a SIA, the CIA, you're going to have protectors, or you're going to have some CIAs trying to come get you. But then you have this digital realm that wants to monitor what you're doing all the time. Again, watching you like the Truman Show. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm even posting, or will be posting this video, that I'm pretty sure somebody out there in the realms of realms is going to see this, of the upper people that want to, control the narrative. But I ain't the only person talking about it. You have a lot of people waking up, and it's harder for them to control the narrative that they like, this controlling narrative, this money, power, respect narrative. It's harder for the people, the powers that want to be still in power. It's harder for them to control the narrative that, hey, this is the way, this is how we do things, because they can't get a hold on it anymore, because so many people are waking up. So many divine collectives are rising up. It's like y'all woke up. When you think about the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, when you think about rise, like it's like rise and shine. Yeah, you rising and shining out here. Instead of like good morning. Good morning. Like, why am I morning waking up? No, grand day. Rise and shine. A lot of people don't say rise and shine no more. They just say good morning, good morning. And that right there is also, I mean, I know they're spelled different, morning and morning, but still, it's not a good morning. It's a grand day. I'm happy to rise today. I'm happy that the sun is shining on me, even though on a gloomy day. I'm happy to still be a sunshine in my own life or in someone else's. And that's how you trump the Trumpers that wants to control humanity. Easier said than done, I know. But anyway, it's a different type of war out here. Okay? So with this different type of war that we're experiencing, we got to learn how to overcome the powers that were in their own game. You get what I mean? So let's get a message. I'm actually going to get this card deck, because I don't know if I'm going to use, I might use, oh yeah, okay, I know. There's going to be a video, because I got so many of her cards, where I'm just going to use her cards. And yeah, I'm just going to use her cards in one of my videos that I do, just to see. I'm going to use all of them. Like, it's at least, oh, y'all see how many of them. They done fell. I don't know. But I have so many of her card decks. They're just unmarked bags. But yeah, so it's at least like 15 or so card decks. But either way, I'm not gonna use all of them for this video. I might use that one since that one tried to come out. All right, so let's go ahead, and this is not her deck though. This is actually the Royal Family Collection from Mystic Beauty. Shout out Mystic Beauty. Love her, love her. I got the pleasure of talking to her one day. Oh my God, it was like a beautiful ass conversation. I need to reach back out to her. She was so beautiful. I loved her energy, yo. All right, Spirit. What in the world is going on in the world? Okay. That might be what I call this video. What in the world is going on in the world? Oh my gosh. Look at this. I cannot make this shit up. What's going on is like these Trumpers got some tricks up their sleeves. You see, they're playing games, card games. Didn't we just talk about the card games, y'all? Cannot make that shit up. That was the first definition of the Trump. The word Trump. Yep. In bridge, whilst the similar card games, a playing card of the suit chosen to rank above the others, which can win a trick where a card of a different suit has been led. And it looked like this dude is wearing a suit. Again, it's the I don't know if y'all can really read that, but that's what I read. It's a card game. There's people playing tricks up their sleeves. I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. And I don't want to make this shit up. And I hate that it's even coming out. Again, this is what's the truth. The truth is coming out. It's unfortunate that this is the truth. This says conning, sly, resourceful, calculating, crafty, shrewd, deceptive, ingenuous. Deceptive ass energies out here. Some sly conning artists out here. Y'all, I don't know if y'all been watching videos about homelessness, but even if you have an RV, they're putting a lot of restrictions on homelessness. Or if you live in an RV, they don't want nobody to do shit. And this is I feel like it's gonna end up being, they want a one world order. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the New World Order. That's something that's these presidents quote unquote presidents have been talking about for years in the politics. Again, politics, playing tricks on people. And now they're trying to trick homeless people out of shelter. Again, I'm roaming free on Mother Earth's land, and you mean to tell me I can't park right here? If it's an open land for me to just park, then I'm gonna get cited a ticket or thrown into jail or something like that. It's crazy. So this homeless epidemic is taking force, adversity, resilience, shelter, survival, compassion, hope, endurance, vulnerability, isolation, fortitude, humanity, transition. There's a transition taking place. A lot of people, even in the housing market, a lot of people are fleeing the states to go elsewhere. You're hearing about that too. But then again, a lot of people don't want to come over here because they feel like it's just unfair treatment. So people are boycotting the United States. And I'm going to be real about that. That's no lie. That's no secret. People boycotting international travels. People ain't traveling like they used to. See, this is a part of the war. This war looked different. Like I wrote that down. It says it's a different type of war. Yeah, it's a different type of war. It ain't gonna look like the old school wars that we read about in social studies. No, 4141 on a timer, which is 555. It's changed. It ain't gonna look like the social studies war. The revolution. This revolution is different because so many people are woke. And everybody is on the same battlefield. So that's why you got to have a bubble of protection. That's why you have to rise up. You have to go through this shit. You have to release a lot of karmic cycles in your life, karmic people, karmic partnerships, karmic lovers, karmic attitudes, karmic behaviors. Like you had to get yourself off that cycle. And that's why you were able to go through the 8-8 portal, boo-boo, and take flight. And it's a lot of these people, it was their final goodbye to try to reach you in time, and they didn't. And now that you've taken flight, more and more spiritual demons are being exposed because they can't reach you. So the fact that you're elevating higher on a more you're elevating on a more higher frequency, but at a more rapid pace than even CIAs or AIAs, the artificial intelligence. Your spiritual intelligence is inclining more rapidly than both of those combined. So in order to try to catch up to you, they got to show their face in the physical, in the spiritual, in the digital, just to try to catch up with you, boo-boo. And you just be chilling, doing nothing. You don't even realize it's happening, but you do. But you just chill with it. You're like, okay, you done been through the worst of the worst anybody could do. So now you just like, oh, you got some more tricks up your sleeve? Okay. I'm already alerted about the tricks up your sleeve. So thank you. We're very, very powerful. And that's why, even though this world is doing what it's doing, you're in this world, but not of it. You don't operate in that matrix mentality. Yeah, a lot of shit is hitting the fucking fan right now. But what you're doing, excuse my language, y'all. And I always say I'm trying to cut. Sometimes this is just how I express myself. But yeah, the shit hitting the fan. But see, you are paid spiritually. You have spiritually frequencies. You're paid energy transfer. Like your spiritual team pays you. I'm hearing spiritually paid. Okay. Yeah, you're spiritually paid because you have a spiritual ranking. So you're not paid in this physical money. Yeah, the dollar system is changing, is falling. And then all this shit, what is it called? The tariffs, whatever, changing the way people can afford food and housing. Okay. But spirit is like, you spiritually paid. It's gonna get a little tough, granted, but we have to start thinking differently. If the revolution is taking place, these people in power, they are forceful. They'll use some mass weapons of destructions to create forceful change. But see, you're about creating a change peacefully. Like I said, you above it all. You're above it all. It's above me now. You just chilling while they still trying to chase you. But you chilling, you in a peaceful state. But you got these corrupted leaders or spiritualists that still want to watch you every day, all day, what you doing, what you're saying, how you living, who you're dating, what your child's doing, what your partner's doing, what your family's doing. Is it still going? Are you still going through hardships? Or are you still on the up and up? What are you doing? People want to know what you're doing. What do you know? They want to also know what you know. They want to know your insight, because you're the way to the actual big picture. So they want to know your insight because you can see the bigger picture. So let me keep going. Broken child. Yeah, you're healing the broken child. These people are broken. Healing, innocence, recovery, fragility, resilience, renewal. See, you're here to end this brokenness. A lot of these people are broken children, broken adults that never grew up and healed themselves. But see, look at this shit. Oh my, look, real estate is showing up in boomerang. Return back to sender. I'm telling you, there are some things being returned back to sender. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is going to crumble. And then it's Psalms 101 on here, or 109. Excuse me. Mistreating others curses oneself. Heal through kindness and respect. Do you see what I'm saying? Heal through kindness and respect. You can't demand respect if you disrespectful. That's why that boomerang is going to come back to you, boo. That got to go back to sender. Boomerang karma. Boomerang karma suggests that the energy we send out, good or bad, quickly returns to us, emphasizing the importance of emanating positive vibes into the universe. Can I make this shit up? See, that's why this shit been returned to sender. I'm telling you, these broken individuals, these corrupted people out here trying to lead, and these, whether on a bigger scale or even people that you know that have been leading, because I did hear solo mission and spiritual. Like, you had to do this solo. Maybe there was a time when you were connected with so many people, but this mission entails like a solo mission. Like, at one point your mission entailed a group of people, or your mission entailed a partner, or your family, or your children, whatever your mission was, or it entailed like-minded individuals. But then this particular mission that you're on, it has been more of like a solo, isolated mission, because it was for protection, because of the times that we're in. You could have been around individuals that you did connect with on missions, but they had like a spiritual demon attached, or they had some dark ass intentions towards you and some jealousy vibes, playing tricks. They wanted to be the person seen. They were conniving. They knew how to slide in and slide out as they please. Very sneaky. Get the information that they need. This person could be homeless, and then they could have a home too, but homeless in the sense of being broken, because a homeless and broken child is right here. So everything that, whether they're people that you know or whether they're on this higher scale here in society, things are being returned back to sender. Boomerang effect. Be mindful how you treat people. Be mindful how you lead in countries, our communities out here, or even your family, even the people that you say close to you. Be mindful how you treat people. that shit coming back full force. And see, you out here creating some peace. You a peacemaker. Then we hear that. You a peacemaker. Surrender, peace, hope, truce, resolve, harmony, unity, ceasefire, fatigue, negotiation, release, reconciliation. You out here. Ooh, engagement in real estate. You about to be engaged in real estate or something. Soul, beginnings, prosperity, foundation, sanctuary, growth, stability, community, home, coming, engagement, commitment, unity, promise, bond, forever, journey, love, partnership. See, you're about to be engaged in peaceful resolutions, and it's going to boost the real estate world, possibly, because you got homeless and real estate. Oh, I didn't even realize that, Spirit. Oh shit, these people gonna end up homeless while you have this peaceful engagements over here with humanity. Is bringing you real estate. So a lot of these people out here that's conniving, that's still keeping broken people on a broken frequency, because you got people out here that are they could definitely help heal people if they have money, power, and respect. Instead of keeping people broken, why not heal them and give them homes and make stuff make the world a better place for you and for me, the entire human race? Why can't we do the Michael Jackson, heal the world? Ain't that what we be preaching? We preach peace and healing, but why is this world so dark? These corrupted leaders, again, these man-made disasters, yo. Even real estate is becoming a disaster. Like, can we own property? Can I own land? I mean, Mother Earth, I get it, because there's so many people. So yeah, you have to have particular laws in place. But to do what you're doing in a financial constraint that you want people to stay dependent on the government, the one world order. Oh, let's stay dependent on that. Let's keep people broken so they can always feel homeless. But see, that boomerang, thank you, Spirit. That's why this is being returned to sender. That is why, because it's just wrong how they treat people. My little niece is outside the window, just so y'all know. So this real estate is something that you're probably going to enter and not even think. You probably like, I don't want no real estate, not in this time. Spirit said, oh, but you're on my divine time. You're spiritually paid in divine time. So that's, before you know it, you can have a home, win a lottery. Okay, the lottery people still winning lotteries out here. Take a chance. Do, birth financial freedom into your wallet, into your purse, into your life. Stop saying, oh, I'm broke. Well, you're manifesting being broke. Speak life over yourself, over your finances, over your creative endeavors. Bob the Builder, boo. It's time to build. Bob the Builder said we coming through. Look at Bob. How many abs he got? 1, 2, 3, 4. He got an 8-pack. Bob the Builder. Strength, repair, rebuild, determination, support, restoration, commitment, renewal. You're building up this world. You're the Bob the Builder. And you're looking good doing it. Male or female, or however you identify yourself, you're looking great as you build and healed this nation. See? Then you got these people bumping heads. I'm telling you, these demonic entities and demons are bumping heads. They want to bump heads with you, possibly too. Collision, friction, conflict, intensity, stubbornness, impact, energy, spiritual burp, resistance, force. See, force, confrontation, and passive, passion, determination, clash. This is what the energy is doing. It's a lot of, that's why this is the divine time energy that I was talking about. Everybody bumping heads. Demonic entities bumping heads with light energies. Light energies bumping head with light energies. Demonic energies bumping heads with demonic energies. The in-between bumping head with everybody. Like, people bumping heads, that's the intensity. This has intensity on it, and I heard that's why the world is intense. Intensity is on this card. It's because people bumping heads because everybody's in the same divine time. There's no more time. It's divine time. We are living in divine time. Thank you, Spirit. But your cup is gonna run it over, boo. That's why I'm telling you, you rebuilding in this divine time, and this about to build you up. Let's think about the era that we just left out of, where celebrities are praised, where where the politics actually looked like they cared. But then now we're living in a time where the politics don't care. And they rather keep putting tricks up up their sleeves to pull one over other people to control. And now we're living in an era where star seeds are rising and being seen instead of these celebrity Hollywood stars. Everybody's on the same. It's like people are realizing just because you got money don't mean nothing. Again, like I said before before I really got to the reading, none of us knows our day or hour. When it's our last time, it's just your last time. Nobody can create that. You could probably duplicate yourself as a doppelganger. What I think they call that. A clone. Freezing your eggs. Like, okay, your DNA. Having all these clones or digital AI robots to replace humans. But you can never get your actual life back in this form. Even if you want to reincarnate here, you're not going to be the same energy here. So it's people trying to be and play God. How are you trying to be and play God when the Most High Creator brought you here? You're trying to control how other people live, and then you see a spiritual intelligent agent that's over here blessing people and being blessed, and you want to try to bump heads and stop that shit too. That's why this stuff is being returned to sender. Thank you, Spirit, for the return to sender and the boomerang karma card to come out back to back, because Spirit ain't fucking playing. You still getting your blessings. Your cup will runneth over. Blessings, big Psalms. I always say palms. Psalms 23:5-6. Oh yeah, it's here. And some people are gonna have to just see you next lifetime. Remember, they didn't catch you in time. They sure didn't. All right, Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective? And then we're gonna end this reading, and then I'm gonna come right back with another message. But this one I had to get out because you're a CIA, where AIA and CI. You're a SIA, excuse me. It's confusing. You're a SIA, spiritual intelligent agent, where the central intelligent agents, some of them are really protecting you though. I ain't gonna lie. You got some physical people that are protecting you. That's just their mission. It's like playing a video game and you just see these random people standing. Yeah, they just random people. They're part of your game. Again, they playing a game, but they the protectors in the game. Okay? Look, the roadblocks. There's people trying to create roadblocks in society. Hell no. Oh my God. I cannot make that shit up. This stubborn silence. These people. Look. What is this? Sorrow. These new levels. Look what card. I've never had this card come out. Oh, it's two of them. New levels, new devils. See? And then up a creek without a paddle, stuck in a difficult situation with no way of getting out of it. See, these new devils, new levels, they trying to keep people stuck without thinking they can get out. And that's why this roadblock card, and see, you're helping people get out of this creek without a pedal. Like, you're the savior. Look, you actually save people. And that's why you're meeting these new devils, because you're rising up to new levels. And that is why they will try to advance. They can't advance with you. Like, your spiritual eye, it's just, they can't do it. And that's why people are sad. Mourning. Look, didn't we talk about mourning? Mourning yard is here. Mourning, healing, release, reflection, growth, forgiveness, acceptance, depression. Damn. See, that's why you all about grand day. Rise and shine, boo. Because it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And that is why you are here, to bring the peace with these new devils as you keep leveling up. Every new level, new devil, that shit is going back to sender. Boomerang effect. It says boomerang karma. Like, damn. Anyway, they're just mad with themselves. Now they just got to bump heads with themselves at the end of the day. I'm going to end it there. I'm about to come back with another message. This went over an hour. Thank you for watching it. Appreciate each and every one of you. Peace, love, and light to you guys. Don't force the fit if it did not resonate. If you liked it, always thumbs it up for me. Appreciate that. Keep it circulating for those who need it. But I do hope that you guys have a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light. Namaste.